What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 13 of our Pokemon Consonancia walkthrough. In the previous episode, we explored Glacier Cave, we battled Gym Leader Will, explored all of Vintro Town, we found the Pokemon gym but got news that the gym leader was at the top of some nearby mountain. We explored Mount Negostormo and found Gym Leader Pryce right at the top. Barry and Flannery took on Pryce and lost, but Gym Leader Pryce has now returned to his gym and we're about to take him on. Gym Leader Pryce does have 5 Pokemon in his team and he has just kicked things off with Abomasnow. We did work through Gym Leader Pryce's gym puzzle. There were a few icy areas that we had to navigate through, sliding across to try and find the exits. So if you do get stuck in the puzzle, just watch our video back and we'll show you the exact path you need to take in order to reach Pryce. But we knocked out Abomasnow and now he has sent out Dugong, but he's just swapped in Weavile, so it looks like he has a lot of dual types. All of them are ice types, but he does have a lot of duals. Dual type Pokemon are way tougher in my opinion, but we luckily still have a lot of Pokemon left in battle. We have just sent out Samurott to try and finish off Weavile, and luckily our water attacks are quite effective. We have knocked out Weavile and now Pryce has just sent out Frostlass, which has Mega Evolved. It's got its brand new Mega Evolution, so Mega Frostlass knocks out our Samurott pretty easily. But we send out Golem next, who one-shots it, so can you believe it? Golem is an absolute beast. It also one-shots Dugong, and now Pryce has sent out his final Pokemon, which is a level 53 Mamoswine. We decide to send out Rillaboom for the type advantage, and we one-shot Mamoswine. We've done it. We've earned the next badge, which is the Unity badge. That was one of the easier gym battles for us. I think our team's typing were just quite advantageous against Pryce. Pryce has joined our team and also given us a Pokemon as well as some cool items to boost our stats. But more importantly, he's just given us the Surf Rider, so we can now surf from this point on in the game, and that opens up a whole bunch of new routes and areas. So we might even try and do a backtrack where we go all the way back to where we started and then surf all the little areas that we find to pick up the hidden items. I do recommend that you do that at some stage of the game. But now we have just headed east onto Route 15 and we've opened the map. So it looks like there are a few spots that we need to visit if we continue heading east. There is a forest and 2 or 3 towns. So we're going to try and make our way to the next town in today's video. It does look like we have to go through some kind of forest. But now, as you can see, we can surf. We've just hopped on a seal or a dugong and we are cruising on the water. You don't have to select anything. As you step onto the water, it automatically allows you to surf, which is an amazing quality of life feature. So we're going to surf across these little ponds and try and make our way through this route. It's a little bit of a maze, but we are going to try and pick up everything and battle all the trainers that we need to. So we're just trying to head up north and east at the moment. That's our game plan. Hopefully that takes us to the right location. And yes, it looks like we have found the first little root house. So we're going to come and chat to everyone in here and then enter the next part of the route, which is Mirage Forest. So here again, we're just going to try and head up north and east and hopefully we end up where we are meant to. I do recommend that you open your wild radar to see what Pokemon can be found here. If you are looking for anything specific, you do need to do that along each route because maybe the Pokemon you're looking for is there. In the last video, we did catch some awesome Pokemon. We caught an Octobax, the Dragon Ice type, and we also caught Braviary, but a different regional form. I believe it was Psychic Flying. So I am thinking about adding Octobax to our team. We'll just see what happens in the next video or two. I did tell you guys that I want to change up my team and make them stronger, teach them new TMs, boost their stats, the EV and IV stats, and also give them new hold items. So we'll do that when we get a bit more stuck in the game. for now we're still flying through things, so we don't need to, but there is going to be a point where we need to strengthen up our team. We keep heading east, and it looks like it sets us in the right direction, but now we have to go down south. It looks like we can't go up north anymore, so it looks like it is quite a bit of a maze. You have to go up and around and down and around in order to try and figure your way through this route. It is definitely tricky. It is really important to try and remember where all you have been. So I also recommend saving your game when you have reached this far along the routes, because the last thing you want to do is get knocked out and go all the way back to the Pokemon Center. And if you haven't used your Pokeball and your team is struggling like mine is, you should definitely use your Pokeball now or some items to heal up your Pokemon. There is a really tough trainer here, this trainer with the goggles, and I actually lost to him twice. So I had to go all the way back to the Pokemon Center, and after you defeat that trainer, again here is a super tough battle. So you want to make sure you save your game before you enter this little area, because now we are about to take on Iris, which is a Dragon type Elite 4 member. She only has 4 Pokemon on her team, but she is super tough. And if you lose to her, you're going to go all the way back to Vintro Pokemon Center. So you don't want that to happen. Rather save just before this area. And then if you do lose to her, just load again and re-battle her. So the first Pokemon Iris sends out is a level 55 Druddigon, one of the cooler looking dragon types in my opinion, and a Pokemon that deserves a second evolution. How cool would it be if it got another evolution? We knocked out Iris's first Pokemon, and now she has sent out a Fracture, which our Garchomp just one-shotted. Garchomp's dragon moves are super effective against dragon types, so if we can attack first, we are pretty much one-shotting everything. But now we've reached Iris's final Pokemon, which is a level 56 Haxorus, and its speed is pretty fast. It attacks first most of the time, so it knocked out our Garchomp in one hit. And this is definitely her toughest Pokemon. Her Haxorus knocked out pretty much our whole team the first time we took her on. But Golem finished her off this time and we defeated her. Definitely be careful of her Haxorus. But after defeating her, she offers to join our team, and she also gives us a Haxorus of our own. So that's really cool. There is an item there for us to pick up, but Iris tells us she's going to head over to the next town. And same for our other friends. So we pick up the Dawnstone and then head east, and we have arrived at a brand new area. So I don't know what the next town is actually called, but I'm hoping there is a gym here for us to take on. We find the little root room and chat to everyone inside, and then we continue east, and we've just arrived at Draco Village. So it sounds like this might be the home of a dragon type gym leader. And it looks really different again. It looks like we have left the snowy area, so there's brand new scenery around. In the next episode, we will explore the entire village, but that's all it's going to be. Thanks for watching.